Welcome to this full in-depth profit analysis and also reimbursements tool Sellerboard review, which I'm going to do for you today. I'm going to take you inside the demo tutorial. Now, this is a tool that my previous brand that I've just sold, company which I had for 7 years, I used it for the whole time in that, and I'm also just set up a new account to use for my new brand, which I'm about to start. This tool will get you reimbursements from Amazon. You will be able to track all your profits from it, manage all of your inventory, and you can pretty much get it for free. And what I'm going to say right now. Without further ado, my name's Hayden. Let's dive straight into the software review. So we're now inside the Sellerboard tutorial here right now. So as you can see, there's 5 different tabs at the top here. We've got today, yesterday, month to date, and this month forecast. So this just gives you a baseline of how much you're making. Now, not only does it tell you how much you're making very easily, you can click on every single tab like that, and it will come up with all the expenses broken down. So we can click on shipping costs, for example, and it shows the FBA examples. We can show the advertising costs, and it will break it all down for us. So every single tiny little cost that you've got, and it also shows you the margin, ROI, active subscriptions, and everything like that. You can also go down here and quickly have a little look at the product individual SKU bases right there. Scroll over and you get the exact same breakdown right there per SKU, showing you including all the refunds and total ads each product. So it's really, really cool, right? You can also go up here and look at it in a different format. So if you want to look at it as a chart, for example, look at the last 12 months, or you can click per month, for example, up here, depending on what custom range you want to input there. You can also do a profit and loss up here as well, which is really cool. It shows you the same sort of thing, November, October, September, etc. You can also do a map view there, which is really cool. So it just shows you all the different places which you sell in and how many products and items you've sold in that marketplace. And you can also look at the top here on the trends as well, the trends for your products with a chart next to it. So it's really, really cool stuff, guys. And you can also download all of this information there as well, as you can see with a little toggle just there. But most people, including myself, I just use these tiles here, and if I want to look at my profit for a particular date, I will do custom range like that, head back, and you can just toggle, let's say July, for example, filter that, and it will show you the sales right there. But let's just get that back like that so it's normal. You can also click on which marketplace, so you can see each individual marketplace or all marketplaces as well. If, for example, we've launched a new product and we want to look at how much ads we've spent and how many sales we've had for just one particular product, you can whack that in there just like that, click filter, and it will show you, once again, any custom range that you want, whether it's the last month, the last year, whatever, for this one particular ASIN. You chuck it in there, and you can do this for whatever ASINs you want, and it will show you how much ads you've spent for that whole month just on that ASIN. It'll also show you how many fees you've had just for that ASIN, the total ROI and margin just for that ASIN. Now, this really comes in handy when you're launching new products specifically, so you can track the success of that product. Now, let's get that back to all SKUs. So really cool bit of kit there, guys. Any questions from the team, by the way, you just asked that. If you want a 2-month free trial to Sellerboard, hit my link below and you can get a 2-month free trial. This is the demo account, which is also part of that link if you want to check it out before you buy it, guys. You can ask the chat there any questions you want Sellerboard. You just shoot them a message and they get back to you in a pretty speedy manner. Let's hit the next tab here. So we've got the product section here. So this is where you type in your cost of goods, and you can do that by period or by batch, which means if you get a product for a certain price, let's say £1.33, and we've just discovered that unfortunately the supplier wants to increase that price, rather than editing the cost of good and then it affecting all of the profit that you've made from that SKU for the past 2 years, for example, we can actually do it by period. So from X date, let's say the 2nd of July 2024, we want it to be a new price. It will then start taking into account the new price from that date, and it won't disrupt your previous profit. So you can do this for all of your products there, and then it shows you how much profit you're making, and you can just check that that makes sense depending on the VAT and everything like now. This doesn't show VAT because this is a USA account, but you get the idea, guys. It will show you how much VAT it's got, and you input all the criteria there. If you type in the shipping costs here, it also shows you the shipping cost there. So we type that in that right there, and the amount of color boxes that you've got, for example, the jewelry, shipping profile by period, by product, shipping cost calculation rule, all of that sort of stuff, guys. So you can actually put in a shipping cost for your products rather than just, having to work that out yourself, you could put in a shipping cost right here, guys. So it will take that off per item for you, which is a really cool new feature I see they've just added. You've also got the indirect expenses here. Now, some people used to add the shipping cost as an indirect expense here with their prep bill, but now you can add it to a shipping cost right there per unit, which is really cool. So the indirect expenses, basically accounting fees, Gmail, stuff like that, anything that you need, whack that into the indirect expenses section here, and then that will all come off these tiles here in whatever day you've told it to come off, right? So you can put the date there you want it to come off, and then that will come off as one of the expenses drop down right here, guys, as you can see, as an indirect expense, Google Ads. So these indirect expenses will come off the tiles depending on what you tell it to do. So you don't have to get, a spreadsheet at the end of the month and work it all out, because it does it all for you just like that, guys, nice and easy. We're going to leave these ones here because this is just personal reports, cash flow, that sort of stuff. Let me show you the PPC dashboard section here. Now, stay tuned to the end of the video, guys, because I'm going to show you how to get your money back from Amazon, so this tool essentially pays for itself. So this is the PPC dashboard here, so you can do it once again, last 30 days, last 12 months, or custom range, just like that. And it gives you a good breakdown of your PPC sales, orders, ad spend, and then cost of goods, Amazon fees, and everything associated with your PPC. You can also do automations, guys. So you can put automations in here. You can make brand new automations as you want. And it also shows you the recommendations for automations of what you should do. And then you can go ahead and say if you want it to do them or not. But you can add automations in here, guys. So basically what that means is, if ACoS goes below, above 35%, then, let's remove some of the bids, for example, right? So bid decrease from 18p to 17p. So you can set some sort of automation to say that if it goes above 30% ACoS, then you need to get that down. Therefore, it will automatically decrease the bids to a certain amount. Now, this isn't like, a dumb for you Amazon PPC agency like I own myself, for example, where we manage clients, but it helps. It can help if you haven't got an agency like mine managing your ads, guys. So let's move on to the next section here. So the next section is the inventory planner. Now, this is my favorite section of the whole of Sellerboard. So anytime you log in here, you can have a little look at your FBA plus FBM stock up here, and it shows you the cost of goods. This is including any inbound transportation items as well, and it shows you the potential sales and the potential profit and all the units that you've got there, guys, as I say. So both FBA and FBM stock levels are shown in this title. Please hover over the values to see the breakdown of FBA and FBM. So it's really cool. So basically this means any items that you've ordered. Now, you can add purchase orders in here as well if you're waiting for stock to be delivered from China, for example. But most people are just, shipping it to their warehouse and then sending it into FBA. So it gives you a good idea of all the total cost of goods that you've got, so the value of your business and then the potential profit you're going to make. And this is really good. Sometimes we spend a lot of money with Amazon, and sometimes we think we're poor because we can't see much money in our bank account and we feel like we're failing. So it's really nice to be able to log into here and just check the total amount of cost of goods of your business, potential profit that you're making, or that you're waiting on, and the amount of units, just so that you understand your money hasn't been wasted. And you can put the purchase orders in there as well, so you can track all the orders that haven't yet hit you haven't yet sent to FBA, so that you get a good idea of an overview of your business. But most people just use it as FBA to give you a rough idea there, guys. You can also go on the FBA shipments here and check for any issues and then investigate as you wish. For example, this one's only 8% received, and we can see we've got these selected products, and it gives us a breakdown of the issues that some of the products have got, and then we can go and investigate that with Amazon. So that's really cool. You can hit the suppliers list there and just put a list of all of your suppliers, so you've got them all in one place. And then let's click on so we've got the autoresponder there as well, guys. This isn't something I sort of generally use there, but we've got the autoresponder there, which is cool, with all the products there, just like that, with all the names of them. So you can just make sure you've got your SKUs with names on them. And then this money back section here is an absolutely vital part of this tool and your Amazon FBA business. This is what pays for the tool itself. So every time you log into Sellerboard, what it's doing is constantly searching for reimbursements for you that you're owed by Amazon. I call them sort of leakages in the business that are leaking through the bucket. If you fill a bucket that with water and it's got a couple of holes in it, you're just going to be leaking through that. And that's exactly what happens if you're not chasing your reimbursements on Amazon that they owe you. So if you're a new seller, you won't know this, but Amazon generally don't give you reimbursements all the time. Maybe they cover 60, 70% of them. There's always some that whether they're doing it on purpose or not, that fall through that bucket, just like I explained in that scenario there. Sellerboard will always figure out what Amazon owe you, as in customer return the item, you're meant to get a refund in the 45 days and they haven't refunded you, for example, or, shipment issues, for example. It will calculate all that for you, show you how much you're owed here and for the returns and for the FBA fee changes. You simply download the report just like that, hit the template there, take that template, add the report for Seller Central. All the details and explanation of how to do this, guys, is on here, so you can go through it yourself. You submit that to Amazon and then they start reimbursing you that money, which means that you should be making a lot more than the price this tool costs, right? And how much does this tool cost? It's about £15 per month after a 2-month free trial that's below this video, guys. So definitely get that. There's no credit card required. And, even if you do it just to claim this back and then don't go ahead afterwards, but obviously I'd recommend you just keep doing it because you should make a lot more from having this tool than you wouldn't have it, if that makes sense, just from the reimbursements you're going to owe. But then also you get all of the dashboard and everything like that as well, guys. You can also use this for eBay and Shopify and everything like that. There's literally an eBay dashboard there as well, guys, which is really cool. There's a Shopify dashboard as well. It's really, really cool, just like that. See, awesome stuff, guys. So my name's been Hayden. Thanks for watching and I'll see you soon.